Hey, how's everybody doing here? 11:33 in Chicago. Uh, Got to go couple through some sectors here. Some are moving around here. All right, so we've had the communication services and cyclicals have butted their ways up to the top here, kind of pushed the even the financials kind of took a couple of steps down along with the industrials, and then you got a plethora of tech stocks that a lot of them are still stuck inside day, but XLK is holding up pretty good. We're up over a little over 2% on tech again here. Communication services getting better here. Meta finally got its act together here. So this morning they didn't look so good. They came out and then they weren't doing that well at all, and they kind of changed their tune here. All right, so and cyclicals were dead, and now all of a sudden Macy's is starting to wake up, and we're starting to see some other names that are starting to poke up on the retail side. All right, so I'm going to go through a couple of names here, and then we'll see. And I think I'll finish up with those XLYs. Uh, we got there to getting ready to trigger the month here to go green right now. All right, and it's going to take about 117.80 and change. This thing's moving up pretty good here. All right, we'll finish up with that group last, and let's start first with tech. All right, so XLK. I got the quarter up here, guys. This is the quarter, so you can know this is the month. This is the week, and this is the day. All right, we're just looking at days here. All right, not going any smaller than that right now. All right, so XLK, you got kind of fading off here a little bit again because we got a lot of stocks that are stuck inside, especially inside week and inside day. All right, so there's a couple that have been standouts that have been really good here. Apple, Larry Apple Boy, A Lab, just this thing just blasted out of nowhere. Continuation. Looks like, it was trading at 102. And then what about, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 weeks. And we're at 499 at 500 bucks. All right. So A Lab comes back inside on your week. There you are, your 2-1 on the week, starting the day here. All right. And kind of fading here. All right, for the rest of the day with the 2-1-1-2. So it was the move to the upside, and then not much. All right, look at your. I'm sorry, I got the day on the hour here right now, so let's do it with the hour. All right, so there's your high of the day at 453.78, and now backed off from that by a pretty considerable much there too. All right, so A Lab, see if this thing can turn around and get back up before the day ends. All right, we'll see on that one. A Lab, Taiwan Semi. 2-2 coming back down on the 60s right now. We are we are stuck right inside in the middle of the week. All right, so again, inside there, and then it looks like for the most part, let's see what we are looking like on the day there. All right, so there you are. Taiwan Semi stuck inside the day. All right. So again, there's a lot of them that are in that situation here. I'm going to leave that daily up. Qualcomm took the 2 up here today. Definitely better here, up 6.43%, up almost $12 on the day. All right, so 2 up on Qualcomm. There's your month. All right, trying to get back after being knocked out to 172.84. We'll see if they can hold those gains up. All right, Qualcomm, CRWV. We talked about that one this morning. Crew V has been having a great day here. All right, it is still inside day. It's up. It's up almost 7%, and it cannot get outside the day. All right, so interestingly enough, there we'll see what happens with that one. All right, Cisco. Sorry about that. CSCO Cisco doesn't want to give it to me. Okay, there you go. Cisco stuck inside the day handily with the 2-1. All right, still got the problem with the month, and we still got the problem with the quarter here, as you can see. All right, so Cisco not moving so much here today, up 1.61%, and big part of the reason is this right here. All right, and the quarter, and now you're going to be 2-1 inside the week. All right, so Cisco stuck inside. We'll see if that thing will try to get any better there. Uh, Nvidia up over $2 here, up a buck 88 right now, almost up 1% on the day. Nvidia just trying to get back from somewhere. All right, so 2-1 inside the week and 3-1 setting up for possibly a 3-1-2 somewhere, one way or another, coming in tomorrow. I don't see that really breaking out today. All right, and then Intel got pushed. All right, Intel got pushed this morning. All right, there's your day though. It got decked up to 127. Now it's backing off here. We're coming down on the weeks. All right, so again, they knocked the text down and they manja immediately and they come right back. All right. So it just is what it is, and that's what we got. All right. So that's your XLK. We look at XLF now, who has kind of got knocked down a little bit by by the cyclicals, kind of got pushed down a little bit. XLF is holding up nice though. 2 up on the week on a Monday, and a really nice day up on the hammer today. All right, so banks just moving to the upside here. 3-2 up on the month now on XLF. All right, they're really, really, really getting up there, guys. So we'll keep an eye on them here. Goldman Sachs. What do we got here? Goldman Sachs is up $30 today, up 2.96%. Took the week up on the first day of the week. That's showing some strength. Okay, 1051.52 now. Nice day upper here on Goldman Sachs, and trying to get back up to 11 and a quarter to all-time highs there. All right. What else we got there? Coinbase is on the move here with the Bitcoin on the way, baby. Bitcoin going back up. I'm saying 70,000 soon, guys. All right. 2-2 here on the day on Coinbase. It could go outside day if you can get a nice rally here before the end of the day. Get back up to 170.0305. You could go outside on that one. All right. We'll see with that. And you could trigger as well. That could possibly trigger the week and take the week up. All right. So Coinbase will move with the Bitcoin. So you know that, right? BlackRock. BlackRock's having a decent day here. Nice hammer up on the day. It had already started to make the move with the 2-1 coming back up. All right, so this has been moving now for 4 days. I don't know about this one. I don't think I want to go chasing that one right now. You did take the week up, so we'll wait and see how the week wants to act on that one. All right, so BlackRock, a little better there. And Robinhood, what can you say about Robinhood? Your inside day, okay? So after that shooter down, all of a sudden, boom, and now you're back inside day and you're inside week. So look for this for continuation to the upside. If you're looking at it on the monthlies, guys, we got a lot of room to go here on the upside, all right? 138, 184, all the way up to 153.86. All right. And American Express, we talked about that one this morning too. AXP, nice move on the day here today. AXP, that was in my list on my Twitter too. We talked about that one on Twitter. All right. So AXP, nice move here, up 1.65%, up $5 and change. All right. Up and away on the banks in the. I think they're a little toppy, but we'll see about that. Okay. Then we're going to we'll look at the industrials here. All right. Industrials, we had a lot of stocks that broke down on Thursday. This one here, XLI. right? It was able to fight back a little bit there at the end of the day. Shooter back down though today. So again, the industrials are starting to slide because the cyclicals are starting to show up. So there's just so much room for these to do anything. All right. So industrials has definitely taken a step down a little bit. All right. So industrials still coming down. You're supported really good by Boeing today. Nice 3-2 up on the week now. All right. So 3-2 up on the week and strong. All right. I like the way this is acting right now. I watch it too much, and I probably think it's going to triangle out again before it does make that big move that we talked about at 244, 248, whatever it is. All right, it's actually 244 somewhere around in this one. That is 247.86. All right, so there's the 244. That's good. That's the one we got to hit there. Then we hit this magnitude, and then we go for that magnitude. I still think this is going to take a long time to get there. Okay. I think it's going to have to churn in the summer here. All right. We'll see what happens. They still have some credit problems. But for the most part, they're getting better here slowly. All right. Cat Tractor, big puker day down and now gives up the whole day, going back down to the lows of the industrials. You're starting to lose those industrials because the cyclicals are sticking their heads up. And if I was a betting man, I would say that maybe healthcare could start to poke its head back up. And my staples are kind of down and out. That's okay because when they're down, we're nibbling. All right, because we know that the staples are going higher. All right. So there's your Cat Tractor. IBM stud today. Gotta say, studly here with the 212 up on the day, sitting near the highs of the day here, up $9.32, 3.22% to the upside. IBM looking real good, taking the week up on a Monday. It'll probably come back in. It's 5 days. Okay. So IBM, we'll see about that. All right. They just won't stop with the text. All right. Emerson is trying to fight back here. I know everybody, it's a fan favorite. So inside on the quarter and really stuck in there. All right. And so you got some time on that bad boy, too. All right. There's your month. It's trying to hammer back up. And there's your inside day on Emerson. All right. So you're buried inside. You're buried inside here. Be patient with Emerson. I mean, the rest of the group really kind of all fell apart. Airlines tried to regroup again and get busy again here, and then they said no. All right, United Airlines, they were all up this morning. They got smashed all the way back down again. I'm on the airlines. All right, so, and they had all those upgrades and all that. They were really trying to get those stocks to get up, but they really couldn't get going. All right, I was just talking about that CSX on the railroads here. They've been good on the daily here. You had the two with the hammer that went back up on CSX and kind of stalling out again here now. The quarter is good. The month is good. You're just stalled out. We look for a little bit of a pullback, and I think these rails will get right back to where they were. But with the month being where it is right now, it's kind of stalling us out here. Norfolk Southern is too strong up here. All right, takes the 2 up on the week already, comes back inside a little bit. So there's your 3 on your outside day. We'll see if Norfolk Southern can get something going from there. And Canadian Pacific kind of stuck inside the week, but could get out of that. Quarter's holding up good, and the month is doing all right. It's inside, so it's vulnerable. So we'll see. We'll see about Canadian Pacific out of 3-1, setting up for a 3-1-2 possibly. If that was able to go there and get back up, you get back up to 88.88. and that's it. Get back up to those highs, and we see if the rails can keep going. RAIL. Rail America been puking down here on the dailies. It's been coming down straight. That's why I kind of like this one right now. 212 back down on the weekly. So no hurry, no hurry on that one at all. All right. So yeah. Now the groups that we got here, they flip flopped, right? And now healthcare was so strong, and then she stalls out. All right, she's going to be back. She's going to be back. All right, all right. They move around so fast now. It's just unbelievable. All right, XRT retail kind of stalled out here because the discretionaries are getting better here. So we'll see what that group looks at, and I'm going to finish up with those. All right, and then my defensive stocks, of course, my XLP. They got to crap out again here. It takes the day down again. All right. That's okay. All right. We know they're going higher. All right. 2-1 inside on the week right now. Okay. We'll see how the rest of this week starts to shake out there. All right. So XLP, we got, Colgate down pretty good today. Look for some of these ones that have been moving to the upside. Kimberly Clark has been very strong. I think these will turn around. Might take a week. Might take a week. All right. Be patient with it. All right. Walmart is trying to reverse right now as we speak here. Walmart has been down all day. I'm going to have to flip down to a smaller time frame right now because I can show you what I'm talking about. It's trying to create a reversal right now. All right. It came back down here. You got the 2-1-2 chop, 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 chop. And now you got 2-2 back up. And this is probably just a flash in the day here. I wouldn't get too crazy about it. Walmart is still down. Costco is still down. All right. The only one that's doing better is Target, and Target is coming out like a little better. Got the 2-1 inside the month here. So takes today's day takes down the 2 week. So keep an eye on that one. We'll see. They're not ready yet, man. The big box stores aren't getting it done right now. So just be patient. They got to go through these rotations, all right? And then we'll know when they start to get back up here. TJ Maxx trying to get back up there a little bit on that one. All right. So that's it. Again, the list, we talked about these metals, and what did I say in the metals? I said they're probably going to triangle out. So they came out a little hot, and they all cooled off. But gold and silver are both holding up pretty well. All right, we'll watch that GDX. I think that first move, triangle out, and then get the move. That's typically what we see a lot of lately. They get a little exuberant, like tech today. Up 2.18%. We could easily see tech down tomorrow, and then all of a sudden utilities are hot again or something because the utilities are down and the energy is still down. And energy is going to be hard to get back up for a while. Utilities are down and the nuclears are down. So satellites are doing that well. That group and the communications group that one here, Roblox again, just trying to get back up to 58.43. I'm going to say it again. This is the problem right here. All right, we can get that more than likely at 59.02, but then it starts to get weird. All right, 62.93 on the week. I think it'll make the move. I think we need really bad news for this thing to move. That's right. I said it. That's right. We need some bad news to get this thing running. All right. Good news, that ain't no good. Good news ain't no good. Ain't going to react on good news. We need something that's going to be kind of something that whacks them a little bit, and then that might get them jarred to start moving back up. All right, so I see the staples right now trying to lift back up here a little bit as I'm talking. XLP, all of a sudden, got a 15 starting to turn the corner, come back around. Rah, rah, rah. Well, don't get too crazy about it. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. All right. So the materials are in the red. All right. Defense, consumer defenses are in the red. Healthcare is in the red. Real estate's in the red. All right. Be nibbling on these defensives when they're down. And the same thing with healthcare. Healthcare's strong. All right. And then I'm going to go to XLY. I told you I'd give that one last. All right. So XLY here, an interesting group. I just went through this whole thingamabob here with this. Hold on there. I'm going to get them on there because I was cyclicals. I was watching here, and we got a couple of good names there. Moon, and then we got a couple of. All right, so coming here on there. What do we got? Musa trying to come back up, takes the day up there. That one's up $3.57 here. DoorDash is starting to come back up, coming down on the 15 right now. But as you can see, this has been the day so far. Got up to 195.98, just backing off the highs there right now. What else we got? We got Marriott and Hyatt are better today. All right, and you got PAG on the move here. This one's moving. Penske's moving really nice there. Um, Deckers, so seasonal, but it is better. All right, it is very seasonal though. All right, and Jenny's up 13 cents if you're into that kind of thing. And then we got 312 down weekly on the Royal Caribbean cruise lines. This is setting up, guys. We're looking for this to the downside. All right, this is a nice move coming back down. That's going to set up for us. Lowe's is coming down here too, trying to fight back a little bit here with your home dippage. All right, so Home Depot's down there across the board there. Lowe's is there trying to get back up. Lulu's getting actually a little trying to fight back here a little bit. Starbucks has been dead for a long time. Burlington Coat Factory. Etsy, I think she'll get right again, but the month has been tossed, and now she's going to be having a hard time to get back. All right, Win Casino down $1.39 here. So you got a few names that are moving here, but I think you're going to see more coming with the cyclicals. All right, so for right now. Like I said, with the big box stores, sit tight. All right. Macy's is starting to give it up here a little bit on that discretionary list too. See if that thing can hold up for the day. Airbnb's down a buck and change here. Not much going on with this thing either. All right. So, hey, that's it. That's all I got, man. We'll see if we can get something before the end of the day. All right. Be good. Be good.